Okay, I think I'm live. Hopefully I'm live. See people already in chat. Hello. Hey. Well, welcome everyone to night 3000 of live streaming. Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's time for live stream. Before we get going, housekeeping, I'm going to try to get better about remember saying before I get going, is that if you are watching this on playback and you don't want to see a bunch of ads and or you're waiting for the final description box, please give me like 12 to 24 hours. There's just some delay in the processing time. So just FYI, if you're watching this on playback, but welcome. We've got a good little crew here already. It's apparently starting to feel like fall in NYC. It is still very hot down south, so I am jealous. Oh, Beth, same. We're usually, by October, it's like fall adjacent here. Oh, hello to the Great White North. Oh, that's so nice, honey. I'm glad that this is a good one for you. I look forward to it as well. It feels weird this week because I always do these on Tuesday nights, but this week was Labor Day here in the US on Monday, so I had yesterday off. So it feels weird because it feels like a Monday to me, but it's Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So from 90 to 60. Ooh, my sinuses would be aching. Very close to up top. So if you don't know today's, or I guess tonight's topic is, I know that I have been looking for more YouTube creators to enjoy just because as, lockdown has worn on, I'm looking for more channels. So I thought that it would be, I saw a video from Alexa Donne that I'll mention that inspired me. I thought this might be a fun thing for me to just shout out a bunch of YouTubers that I enjoy, but yes, Smoky Glow will definitely be up there. Oh my gosh. It's like, I guess a preview of our future, but also no thank you. Texas, yay. Oregon, oh yeah, stay safe, all those fires. Whew, that gender reveal party. That was in California though, but still. Just a reminder that gender is a construct, so like, why create a forest fire for it, Hello to Glasgow. It is late your time. I am flattered / worried. I feel like you should be in bed. Okay, hello to Ireland again. Flattered, but you should probably be in bed. Oh my gosh, I would love some snow right now. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is too hot. Yeah, no, we're hanging in there at about 80 to 85 during the day, so my sinuses are not that bad, but oof. Hey. Oh yeah, Sophia, she is great. And she finally is back. I'm glad she took a break. It sounded like she needed it, but I watched her most recent video actually today. Hello to Ontario. Oh man, yeah, stay safe, guys, out west. Hello to Washington. Yes, that's what I thought. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's pretty late / early for y'all, so maybe you're on night shift and I can keep you company. Okay, so like I said, actually let me pull up my little Google Doc here. So just so you know, I'm gonna have a Google Doc for y'all after this with all the channels that I mention and a link to a video I like from that channel. So I'm going to put that in a Google Doc that will be linked in the description box because there were so many that I couldn't list them in the description box. So hopefully, this is my first attempt making like a widely shareable Google Doc. Usually I have it more locked down, so just let me know if that's not working, but hopefully it will work. So, oh my gosh. Well, I mean, it is Canada, but, oof, okay. Video GameTube, I guess? I don't know. And yeah, I should mention that I'm only going to be talking about non-BookTube faves, so at some point I can do a refresh shout out for BookTube. I feel like I talk about a lot already about booktubers I know and enjoy that I watch a lot. But you know, we can do that if that's helpful too. But yeah, this is going to be all non-BookTube channels. And like I said, I was inspired by a video that Alexa Donne did a couple of months ago. So I will also have that video linked in the description box because I thought this would be a fun idea. Let's see here. Yes, you can always get it later. It will be there for you. So, also part of why I decided to do this is live because I figured people could shout out more channel recommendations as we go, so we can kind of crowdsource this, and hopefully when I say that, I should just go ahead bring up my own YouTube page so that I can look up channels as you guys shout them out and pick something to watch later. Yes, so we'll definitely have a section for drama and commentary. I've been starting to get into true crime. I don't do a lot of clean with me, but who knows, maybe someday. Okay, so we're gonna start with sort of like my bread and butter of YouTube, of like what deeply got me into being a big YouTube person. Like before like 2015 or so, I definitely watched YouTube, but if you'll remember back then, a lot of it was more like sketch based, and a lot of what I would watch, I don't know, like I didn't like a lot of individual short clip YouTube creators. I liked like BuzzFeed, like when it was kind of at the apex of its video making. So I got in 2015/2016 was when I found beauty YouTube, and that's what got me into being like a power YouTube watcher, enjoyer. Like right after that, I started watching BookTube. So beauty YouTube was like my way into getting deeply into it. I have noticed this because some of the commentary channels I watch talk about gaming YouTube drama, and yeah, it seems to be pretty dramatic. There also seems to be a lot of misogyny, which I guess is not surprising, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So beauty and makeup, well, what did I call this? Beauty YouTube and makeup commentary. So when I first started watching beauty YouTube, I liked more of the sort of like straight up like teaching you how to do your makeup stuff. So like I used to watch a lot of like Kathleen Lights or those kinds of channels. And now I tend to like channels that have some of that, but a lot more sort of like commentary about like consumerism or like the makeup industry in general. So you'll see that sort of the tilt of a lot of what I like. Yes, I loved Unladylike, Ladylike. It was called Ladylike, and that's where I found Sophia, who somebody mentioned earlier. Well, that's very flattering. Probably Kathleen Lights, honestly. I feel like she's the one who really like taught me how to do my makeup. I don't watch her all that often anymore, but I appreciate her beginner-friendly approach to makeup. Okay, so in terms of like a channel who I think does reviews, commentary, and just like fun videos, probably my favorite beauty YouTuber right now is Teresa Is Dead. She has a very vulgar vocabulary, which I like, but is not for everyone. So just a caveat. She caveats that herself at the beginning of every video. But I think she has a really nice balance of like honest reviews, but also like makeup bingo, makeup nonsense bingo, basically like going through new releases and having like a bingo board. I like that from her. Like I think she's a very well-rounded beauty channel. So she's probably, if I had to pick one who did like tutorials and reviews and stuff, I'd pick her. But as somebody mentioned earlier, probably my favorite YouTuber right now is Smoky Glow. I started following her when she had about 600 subscribers. And for me, I love her content because it's commentary, and a lot of it has to do with specifically makeup industry or makeup YouTube, but she also like branches out to like broader YouTube commentary, and I just love her. She is my favorite. So she's probably the closest person I watch almost everything they make, if that says anything. Hello? Skincare is part of lifestyle. See, I'm not that big into lifestyle channels, so for me, I'm wanting it to be more targeted, but I know that's just sort of like a preference thing. I don't listen to her podcast. Maybe I should. She's very funny. I've been getting into Bailey Sarian recently. And then there's another gal who does true crime and makeup. I think her name is Cindy something or other. I just started watching her, so I didn't put her on the list, or Bailey, because I've just started watching them recently. But yes, Teresa is Dead is fantastic. I love Smoky Glow. Yes, she's my queen. Yes, Nisipisa is also my list. I really enjoy her commentary, and she also has like fierce eye looks. It's fantastic. Yes, Robert Welsh is somebody else on my list. I really like him because he's a professional makeup artist, or he was, I guess, until recently. I think he's a full-time YouTuber now. But I like him because he has like really practical tips, and he does reaction videos to other YouTubers' makeup. So they're like kind of like, they're not bitchy, but they're kind of like, well, they're critiquing. But I think he comes from like a very honest perspective. So I really like him. When we get to skincare, we'll talk about his brother as well. More love for Bailey Sarian. Yes, I want to get more into her. Hello to Texas. Oh, whoa. Okay. Here's a bunch of recommendations thrown in here. Let's see here. Yeah, Nisipisa is her skits, especially whenever she's imitating the Tarte boardroom, cracks me up. I love her. Yeah, that's the other thing I like about Smoky Glow is that she is getting her master's in social work, so she tends to bring like a very socially conscious perspective to things, and I think she seems to be somebody, at least so far, who's been pretty good about sticking with their kind of underlying core values. Hotandflashy, I love that name. Kenny JD. Oh, nice. Yeah, I tend to like channels where they like are doing something while they're doing their makeup. I like Chatty Get Ready with Me, so I like that. Okay, I have a lot on this, but I'll try to get through them a little quicker. So Angelica Nyquist is fantastic for like learning how to do like colorful looks. Like I feel like her and Teresa are both like the queens of colorful makeup to me. And I feel like she's a very credible reviewer. Let's see here. Too Much Mouth is somebody I started watching more recently. I really like her, and she does really interesting like makeup industry analysis kind of videos, like talking about why brands are like rising or falling, that I enjoy. And I think her product reviews are also really good. Yeah, Nyma Tang. I always forget if it's Nyma or Nyma. I think it's Nyma. Nyma Tang, I really like her. She just has a very relaxing vibe. So if you're looking for somebody to just sort of like chill out with, I feel like she's really great. Who else? Okay, Abby Williamson, I think does really good anti-hauls. I like her a lot. Oh, okay, one of the like real beauty guru kind of people who I've been following probably for 4 years now. I really love her. I'm very emotionally invested in her. Not quite as much as Smoky Glow, but almost. Is Raw Beauty Christie. She is just so, I feel like she's one of the bigger beauty YouTubers who's like really stayed true to who they are. She's having a baby, which is really sweet. So I really love her. Is it Nyma? Okay, I always think it's Nyma, and then I say Nyma, and I get all confused. So I like Jay Kissa. I have some problems with Jay Kissa, but like she's very talented. I don't think you should fully trust any of them, and I think I've realized the more I've gone along that people, we'll also talk about this when we get to the skincare bit, people are so different in terms of like what works for people. Like I know some people who what's a good example? Kaleidos Cosmetics. I heard fantastic things about that eyeshadow formula from almost everyone, and from people who I think were being honest about their experience. But when I got my palette, I thought it was mediocre at best. But I think that might have just been like the eye chemistry I had with that product. So I think you should never just completely trust what someone says, but I like having different reviews, and like you need to find someone who has a similar skin tone to you, a similar skin type to you, like all those things I think are important. Yeah, I like her. Again, I have some issues with her, but she is very funny. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I think the problem is that those kind of videos don't really do numbers anymore, but I think Kathleen Lights is a good person to go to for that if you want it. Vintage or tacky. I do really like Glam and Gore. Did I put her on here? Oh, I didn't. Okay, but I do. Yeah, I really like Glam and Gore, especially for the special effectsy kind of makeup stuff she does. I think that's really cool. Who else? Okay, another newer one to me that I've been really liking is Julie Mazzucato, I think is how you say that name. She, I think, also has some really interesting, like, makeup commentary kind of videos, and then I also find her reviews to be pretty credible. Yeah, I probably tend more that way at this point, Anne-Marie, though if I'm interested in something, like it's how I find out about products, and then if I get interested in a product, I do kind of keep my eye open for reviews of it. So Lauren May Beauty I like. She does a few different interesting series. Like she does why this makeup went on sale. I think that's a fun series she does. She like redesigns palettes to make them better. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. Talked about Nisipisa. We talked about Robert Welch. Samantha Ravndahl. Okay, this is the last of the straight up beauty people. Samantha Ravndahl I like, and I think I've learned a lot of like techniques from her, like more advanced techniques from her. And I think she's a good teacher for that. So yeah. Oh, I should follow her on Instagram. Yeah, I think Brittany basically was not really owning the fact that she has co-opted African American vernacular English. And I think that probably she should have stoned up to that and it would have been a better look. The internet in general is very guilty of doing that. So I don't think that's like a sin specific to her. I don't know that she like responded to that criticism very well. Julie Christine, I feel like I watched her at some point, but not so much anymore. Let's see here. Yeah, I never really vibed with Allana, but yeah, I like Jaime Paige. No, I do not. I've enjoyed some of his content in the past, but no, I think he kind of has, I think his was a house of cards and it has fallen. Yeah, I didn't include her for a reason. I've been real up and down with her at times. I really appreciate some of the things that she's brought to light, but I just think she seems to be really poor at taking criticism, which is kind of off-putting. I mean, I don't like hate her or anything. I'll still watch her stuff, but yeah. Oh, I didn't know she had podcasts. All these people have podcasts now. Yeah, it was AAVE and the Black Sun thing. And again, I think the Black Sun thing is pretty common on the internet. I think it's probably more about how you handle that critique. Not that that makes it okay. I'm just saying she's far from unique in having that problem, but I don't think she handled the criticism very well. Okay, so those were like straight up beauty people. A few nail people, well, just two. I really like Kelly Marissa for just like straight up nail polish review stuff. Like she has very short, straight to the point reviews and swatching. So I like her. And then I do really like Simply Nailogical, and I do listen to her podcast now, which is Simply Podlogical. I like her overall vibe. I really like it when she actually does nail art stuff. So I know that some people prefer her more sort of like comedy stuff, which I like, but I actually prefer her nail polish content. So I like the podcast too. I think it's fun. And then skincare. I've been recently getting back into skincare YouTube, and I've been so happy to see how much like growth there has been in skincare YouTube. since when last I kind of dipped my toes in. I don't know about other people, my skin has been freaking out from being in the air conditioning, I think, all the time now. Or like quarantine, I don't know what's been happening, but my skin has been freaking out. So I've been trying to kind of like fix that or like get back into a more regular skincare routine. So I started getting back into skincare YouTube. So for like entertainment, but also for like product stuff, I like Hiram, who has just exploded this year. I really like him on TikTok more than anything. My OG skincare gal was Carolyn Hirons, and I still like her. I don't watch her as much, but I think she's like very credible. So I really like Carolyn Hirons. James Welch, who is Robert Welch's twin brother, I think has very credible reviews and kind of takes on skincare stuff. And I also think it's important, like maybe even more so than makeup reviews, I think it's actually really important to get a variety of perspectives on skincare stuff, because different people have like different emphases and different approaches or different thoughts about certain ingredients and stuff. So I think it's good to get like the full like perspectives from different people. So I like his sort of overall, I like all of his content. And then 3 channels that I think are really informative that I very much enjoy are Leah Yu, who's got a skincare brand called Crave Beauty that I've heard really good things about. So I really like her for kind of informational stuff. And then Muffin Beauty Science is an Australian YouTuber who I believe has her PhD in chemistry or like cosmetic chemistry. So she has lots of really great like nerdy videos really getting into the science. And then a recent one I've really enjoyed is Dr. Alexa Stevens. She's a dermatologist and she has a great series. I think she also has a background in cosmetic chemistry, but like she really gets into the science. It's really interesting. And I really liked her series on hyperpigmentation. So those are, I think, all of the beauty ones I had. Yes. Okay. That was my biggest category. So we got through that. Let's see here. Let me catch up. Don't know that song. Hello, Seattle. Yeah. Mask have been hiding some of my skincare issues. I don't really keep up with James Charles. Like, I don't hate him, but I don't really keep up with him, so I don't know. Sorry, I'm not cool. Yeah, he's like a very specific flavor, but I really enjoy his reaction stuff. Like, all of his reaction stuff to TikTok skincare, I think is fun. And I appreciate his audience tends to be like teens or like people in their early 20s. And I really appreciate that he takes a very like, you don't have to have a ton, like you don't have to invest a ton of money. You don't have to just like blast your skin with a bunch of really harsh products and like trying to put that. And like, I think he's critical, but I think he has a very kind of vibe to him. So I think I appreciate him as like a role model for the youth. Like, I think he handles that pretty well. Yeah, it may be the stress. I don't know. My skin has just like not been happy. I don't know, Cassandra Binkson. Oh yeah, Hannah, I used to watch both of those gals a lot more than I do now, but yeah, they're both great. Okay, yeah, I've not actually checked out his other YouTube channel, but I need to do that at some point. Yeah, Muffin Beauty Science is great. I think the video I linked from her was about sunscreen, I think. She has some really good videos about sunscreen. Ooh, Joan Kim, okay. Yeah, she has a whole series about hyperpigmentation and like different ingredients you can use. Yeah, it could be. I already, because I'm so pale and like slather myself in sunscreen, I already am massively vitamin D deficient. Like I'm talking, you're supposed to have a minimum, I think, of like 18 or 20. And at one point I was at 2. So I have to supplement anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's been going on with my skin, but it's not been liking quarantine. So those are all of my beauty and like makeup commentary kind of channels. The next group I had was, okay, so I love commentary pretty much of all kinds. So I have 4 different categories of commentary. I have comedy commentary, blah, 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 comedy commentary, culture commentary, which is sort of like culture writ large or movies, TV, things like that. Professional commentary, so like people who are professionals in their field who then comment from the place of being a professional. And then just like straight up YouTube commentary and drama. So it's fun. And you get results with very little input, which is nice. Yes. I always joke I have 3 colors. I have white, pink, and red, and that is it. I do not tan, I just burn. Yeah, there's been a lot of videos, I feel like, of people talking about how to deal with maskne, like mask acne. Maskne, I guess would be how you say that, not maskne, maskne. So you can definitely look that up once you have to go back. Okay, so starting with comedy commentary, and I feel like none of these are original or interesting picks, so I'm just going to kind of run through them very quickly. Cody Ko. I really love the Cringe series, along with Noel Miller. I love them together. I like them apart. It's all stuff I enjoy. The 2 guys who look exactly alike but are not the same person, Danny Gonzalez and Drew Gooden. I like both of them. I would say I probably like Drew Gooden a little bit more than Danny, just in terms of the types of topics he generally covers. But I really like both of them. I've recently gotten very into Chris Clemens. He is so funny. His video about him joining Trisha Paytas's OnlyFans, or Patreon, no, it was her Patreon. That was so funny. So I really like Chris Clemens. I like Michaela Long. She doesn't post super regularly, but I tend to like whatever it is she does post. And then Kelsey Kreppel is Cody Ko's girlfriend, but I really like her content just like in and of itself. So yeah, that's a good point. Actually, several of the people I mentioned used to be on Vine, and I never was somebody who liked Vine or was a Viner, but I like them all now that they've come to YouTube. Well, not all of them, but I like many of them now that they're on YouTube. So none of those were interesting. I feel like pretty standard comedy commentary channels. So those were those. Then for culture commentary. So like if I was going to tell you a single category of everything we're going to talk about, of like videos I look forward to, videos I get excited when there's a new one from these creators, like this as a genre is probably my favorite genre of YouTube because it's so interesting. I love hearing different people's opinions about things. I love hearing more like different takes on like really niche cultural artifacts. I just love it in general. Like this is my favorite kind of YouTube. Yes. Well, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning. YouTube is definitely my primary form of entertainment, aside from books, because like I cannot focus on narrative TV or narrative movies hardly ever anymore. So I'm looking for like 20 minutes of content. And especially now that I'm working from home, I tend to have it going on in the background a lot more. So I do follow a couple. We'll get there. Yeah. Taylor Winn, The Honest Beauty Review, and Hotandflashy. That's the second one for Hotandflashy. Yeah, I like Curtis Connor. I don't feel like I watch him consistently enough to call him a favorite, so I didn't include him. But like, if you like Danny, Drew, Cody, all of those guys, you would probably also like Curtis. He's also pretty funny. Yes, did I include? I feel like Pop Culture Detective is another one who just doesn't post that often, so I forget that he's there. But yeah, like those are fantastic videos. I definitely recommend Pop Culture Detective. Okay, so let's just get into this. So first of all, Amanda Beebe is sort of on the bubble of being a makeup YouTuber, but really what I like her for is her commentary stuff. And she has a really wide variety of topics she covers. I think the video I linked was her take on Tiger King, which was very funny. She is, yeah, I just love her perspective. She's so young, but so articulate. And I feel like she just is really good at being able to just get her point across without a lot of scripting, it seems like. So, yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. I mean, I listen to podcasts too, but yeah, I do just tend to have YouTube on a lot in the background. Hey there. Yeah, I just can't, pretty much since grad school, I don't know why, I cannot focus on things that are I'm supposed to be following closely in my own home. I can go to a movie and focus, but if I'm in my house, it is so difficult for me to focus on a plot on a TV show. So I just get, I just, it's very hard for me. I don't know why, but there you go. Okay, Nick DeRamo, I just started watching because he did a little mini series reviewing Shane Dawson stuff, and those were amazing. They were very funny and insightful. Okay, Sarah Zed is definitely on this list. I actually, today I was on a Sarah Zed binge of her backlist. I really like her. I feel like she's kind of underrated, but she's one of my favorite like video essayist kind of people. She's great. Okay, so we talked about Amanda Beebe. For Harriet is another great channel. I think, what did I link from her? I think I linked the interview she did with Ibrahim X. Kendi, just because you guys know how I love him. But she also like does, I think, really good culture commentary. She had a good video recently about WAP that like I think had some really good points in it. I didn't totally agree with it, but I thought it was a really good perspective. She had a very funny review of Cats. Like she just has a very wide-ranging, like she has a wide range of topics that she covers. Tiffany Ferg does a series called Internet Analysis. That's pretty great. I think sometimes I wish she would go a little deeper in her analysis, but like I think she makes a lot of videos about like internet trends and yeah, like internet culture. So I definitely enjoy like seeing the topic she's going to cover. Like I'm always interested in what she's investigating for the week. Let's see here. Okay, Jenny Nicholson is one of my very favorite YouTubers. She doesn't have a very regular posting schedule. So the upside of that is that whenever she does post, I get so excited, but I wish that she would post more just because I'm selfish. So okay, Lindsay Ellis, she just posted a great essay about the Omegaverse lawsuits that have been going on, but I absolutely love her video essays. I feel like this little group of them are all here together. H Bomber Guy, I love his Sherlock videos. I don't watch video games, but I absolutely love his reviews of them. Like I just really like listening to his kind of takes on things. One of my very favorite YouTubers is ContraPoints, which I know can be a controversial opinion, but I think she just makes fantastic, basically philosophical video essays. And I think her perspectives are very good at trying to be an outreach to people who are going down a dark path on the internet. So I appreciate that. Jamie Dodger, I think, does a lot of kind of trans and LGBTQIA plus kind of cultural commentary. He's also just like a cinnamon roll of a human. He just is such a sweet presence. So I really like him. I don't know why I put Wow Presents. So that really should have probably been in commentary, comedy commentary, but I really like a lot of the shows on Wow Presents, but obviously my favorite is from Trixie and Katya, and I just enjoy their like very comedic cultural takes on things. Let's see here. Matt Baum has really great reviews of, Well, he does like general cultural commentary on kind of like LGBT. Sorry, guys, I can't talk today. LGB. This just is sounding weird in my head. LGBTQIA plus. Whew, that was a journey. We got there. He does a lot of commentary from kind of that cultural perspective. Like he has a great review of Paris's Burning and The Queen. I tend to really like his reviews of different cultural properties. Let's see here, Philosophy Tube. I don't always watch, but I do really like Ollie, and he tends to have good, just like interesting takes on things, and does a good job of sort of breaking down like kind of more 101 philosophy concepts. Let's see here. Some of these, I'm not totally sure why I broke them down the way I did. I feel like this person belongs in the TV movie category. And then who am I talking? Who is Sabrina? Who is this?
It's looking like
oh, her. Yeah, she's a newer one. I just forgot her channel name. Sorry, I made this list last week, so I'm discovering who's on this list. Okay, Sabrina. She's a newer commentary channel I've started watching recently, but she has the video I linked to is why do crimes have an expiry date, or like why do they have like a statute of limitations of when you can prosecute them? So she kind of just asks questions and then investigates the answers, which I like. We talked about Sarah Zed already. Oh, okay, Sideways. If you like Lindsay Ellis and you want Lindsay Ellis, but only for like music and film, Sideways is great. I really like his commentary. I think the video I linked to was one he did on Les Mis and why the music in that was so terrible, which made me feel very seen. But he's really great for like a movie music perspective. Tristan Paredes, he's a vocal coach, and then he like critiques vocal performances in a way that I think is interesting. Some of this I think is probably more, maybe I should just expand this to movie, TV, and music reviews, because he probably belongs down there. Yeah, that seems right. That seems right. And then I'm going to move Trixie Mattel, who I do love just in general, but I also have really enjoyed her channel recently. She has a very funny video about reacting to Girl Defined recently. That was very funny. I'm going to move her and up to comedy commentary. Okay, so Trixie Mattel. And then Wisecrack, that's another channel I found recently, where they have a lot of just kind of overall like current event and cultural commentary that, again, I don't always agree with necessarily, but I think it's thought-provoking and like an interesting perspective. So yeah, okay, those are all the culture commentaries. Sorry for me like shuffling some of these around as we go. I don't agree with past me's sorting of some of these buckets. Okay, let me see if I can catch up with chat. We're gonna get to D'Angelo. I've liked him for some time, and he's exploded recently because of a trio of videos he did, and it's very well deserved. Yes. Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, that's good to know. I mean, good for her, but yeah, I see what you're saying on being a barrier. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yes. Yeah, that was his breakout series recently. His content is really good though, guys. Like, go back to even some of his early art channel stuff was really fun. Yep, we're gonna get to him. Yeah, her novel didn't appeal to me, so I didn't get it, but like I hope it does well. I really like her. I do like As Told by Kenya. My problem with her is that the noise levels in her videos seems to be a little off sometimes. So sometimes I've had my like headphones blown out a couple of times. So that's the only thing that keeps me from like really watching everything she makes. But she does have very good commentary. I appreciate her perspectives. And she is quite, now that you say that, yeah, she is pretty similar to Amanda Beebe, I think. Yeah, I've been getting into her recently. She has a really good retrospective on TanaCon, like TanaCon 1 year later. That was really good. Yep. Let's see here. Yep, we'll get there. Oh, okay, I've not heard of him or her. Let's see here. The Personal Philosophy Project. Ooh, okay. I am a little leery, little wary of people who are self-professed minimalists. I can't lie to you. But I can give it a try. That's just pure prejudice on my part, just based on negative experiences I've had with people who are very proud to be minimalists. But anyway, I'll give her a try. I definitely like that kind of video. Personal Philosophy Project. Okay, cool. I'll give her a try. Yeah, I think they pretty much burned their bridges with anybody who has common decency or sense on this platform. So, okay, that was I think the biggest category, or one of the bigger categories. The next one is what I'm calling professional commentary. So people who are professionals and then like comment on things from that. So the first little crop of them are medical professionals. So I love Mama Dr. Jones. She's an OBGYN, so I really enjoy her reaction. A lot of these people do reaction videos, so I love her reactions too. I didn't know I was pregnant. Those are always really fun and interesting. Dr. Mike, I think he is somebody who's a very big YouTuber and who gets a lot of opportunities to be on mainstream media. And it seems like even if I don't always agree with him, he seems to be at least a very thoughtful steward of the amount of influence he has. And I think considering how much success he's had, I'm impressed with at least the projection he gives, which is that he's pretty thoughtful about how he uses his influence. So I like him. He has like a bunch of reacts to different medical dramas. And then Anthony Yoon, I like. He's a plastic surgeon, and I love, like, one of my guilty pleasures is the show Botched. And he does reactions to things like Botched, so I enjoy those. Other professional commentary I enjoy, I very much like Legal Eagle. He's, I think, very interesting. I love his series where he figures out how many years somebody would go to jail for in movies. So like he figured out how long Willy Wonka would go to jail. He figured out how long the people involved in Jurassic Park would go to jail based on what laws they broke. Like, that series is very fun. But then he also does a lot of like commentary on current events from like a lawyer's perspective. So I really like him. Kristina Brady. Okay, yeah. And I'm less lifestyle. You'll notice that's kind of a big gap here. I don't have a lot of lifestyle people I follow. He is very, he's all, I mean, yeah. Him and Legal Eagle, like, come for the information, stay for what perfectly suited visual media stars they are. How about that? Let's see here. Oh, Inked. So I do really like the channel Inked, which is from the magazine Inked, which is a bunch of different professional tattooers commenting on tattoo stuff. I really like the content they were making roughly a year ago. And then I think they changed editors and it's not been as good recently. I don't know, does anybody else watch this? But I really like all of their content from like a year ago. And sometimes I'll still check in. I'm hoping it's gonna get good again. Okay, good to know. Violin MD, she vlogs at the hospital. Oh, that sounds lovely. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I would like. I don't know Sarah Hawkinson. Yeah, I love that series too on Wired. Yes, I also really like the surgeon one is good, and then I really like the dialect professional they have there. Yeah. Do I watch Dr. Mike's Mike? I feel like I'm missing a joke there. I don't think so. Yeah, I really love the accent ones. Though I disagree with him. In one of his videos, he talks about how Brad Pitt's accent in Inglourious Basterds is wrong. And the place that Brad Pitt is supposed to be from in that movie happens to be where my whole family is from. And I can tell you that he got that accent exactly right. Like he sounded exactly like some of my uncles. So I don't think he's always right, but I still enjoy it. Oh, okay. I can deal with decluttering. Okay. That sounds like more something I can get on board with. Okay, and then the last professional commentary one is a very obvious one, Ask a Mortician. She makes great content from the perspective of being a mortician. There you go. Okay, and then the last commentary bucket is just general YouTube commentary. So I'll just run through these pretty quickly. Angelica Oles, in terms of like a straight up drama channel, her and Spill Sesh are probably my favorites now. Like right now, actually, I'm going to remove one of these because I've been having some issues with him lately. I like their takes on drama. I will say I find that drama channels tend to be good and then not good. So I kind of turn over my drama viewership pretty regularly. I think those of you who watch drama channels will probably kind of get what I'm getting at there. I put D'Angelo Wallace in this category because I think he's mostly talking about other YouTubers, but just doing it in a really interesting way. So I really recommend his recent series on Shane, Tati, and Jeffrey. But like I said, I think he also has some really good older content that is well worth seeking out. Primink hasn't made videos in a while, but his videos are fantastic. I really love the Venus one where she was a living doll. That was great. Like he's got a bunch of really good videos. I hope he comes back. I think he's kind of younger, so maybe, I don't know, with quarantine, maybe that was becoming an issue. The Right Opinion I like. His videos are very long, and I also think he overuses a thesaurus because sometimes he doesn't use words in the right way, in a way that takes me out of what he's saying. But I like a lot of his videos. I really love Dishwashing Liquid. She's really fun. She's an Australian, I think. And she always just has sort of like a fun, fresh take on things. I do really still like Peter Mon. I went through a while where I wasn't watching his drama stuff anymore. If you don't know, he also is a booktuber. He has a booktube called Peter Likes Books. So I also like that, but I've really enjoyed his content in about the last year. I think he kind of went through a whole thing, and I think he came out of it better. And he's somebody who I think consistently demonstrates a willingness to like listen and grow, and I really admire that. I think it's very hard to do as a public, like making content for public consumption, and to do that publicly, but I feel like I've admired that journey that he's been on. And I like a lot of his perspectives. Ready to Glare, I think, makes really good content on different internet, YouTube kind of topics. A recent one I've enjoyed is Uncle Herman, who is an alpha male. So yeah, if you watch his channel, you'll get that joke. But anyway, I've liked him. He's been kind of getting recommended to me recently, and I've enjoyed his content. And then Big Joel, not always, but yeah, I feel like he also has some good YouTube commentary. Okay, let's see here. I don't know that one, but that sounds like something I would like. Okay, Def Noodles is actually who I just took out of the document, and the only reason is that I do have some problems. This gets into the whole like cycle of drama channels. Recently he's been very into trying to be like an investigator, and I'm not comfortable with some of the lines he's crossed, especially with some of the TikTokers who are underage. Like, I don't know. He does have a lot of late breaking news. So if you want the latest on YouTube drama, he's great to follow on Twitter. But I didn't feel like I should fully recommend him because I kind of am waiting to see how some of that pans out. I don't even know what that genre is. So I don't think so, but maybe. Declutterer is ClutterBug. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten into that genre, but I could see the next time I'm doing like a spring clean, that being a good, inspiration. Yeah, that's kind of, I also watch drama channels in cycles, and I think you kind of got to mix it up because sometimes they get a little sanctimonious is kind of the word I want to use, or like caught up in the drama, and then you kind of got to let them work that out and come back to them is kind of what I find. I feel like that would be a very stressful genre to be in. They make a lot of money from those videos, but I think it's a very stressful genre. Mike's mic. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Dr. Mike's microphone. And I was like, is it because it's like on his shirt and he's like really built and you're looking at it? I don't know. I was trying to get it, but okay, good to know. Mike's mic is a comedy channel. Oh, okay. Arne and Carlos, knitters at fashion designers and Norway. Well, that's a fun trio of keywords. Okay, yeah, okay, let's talk about him. Two things. One, I am uncomfortable with that he is allegedly a practicing psychologist, and the way that he talks about some of these people, I don't think is very professional. Well, three things. Two, at one point he was co-signing on The Rewired Soul, which also is a little sketch to me. And three, I can't, like, let me just be so clear. This is purely just Mara's, like, vibe check. I can't, like, give you an actual argument about this, but I get such a misogynistic vibe off of him. But I don't know. I get recommended to him his videos get recommended to me all the time, and the topics he's covering I'm always interested in, but I just can't fully ever, I don't know. You guys can let me know. He's clearly very popular. He gets recommended to me all the time. But that's just kind of my take. Oh, definitely. Don't take my word as Bible. That's just my opinion. I think he has interesting stuff. I'm just sort of watching him right now. So yes, we'll get to her. I really like her content. Pierre XO. Okay. I always am living for a drama commentary realness. Do I know this guy? Oh, I've seen some of his videos. Yeah, I like him. Where do I know him from? Okay, well, I'll check more of him out. I feel like I've liked some of the things that got recommended to me from him in the past. Yeah, I like kind of anti-consumerism channels. I think that it's a genre video that I think very easily go to being a little sanctimonious, so it's a hard balance, but yeah, I do like videos that are kind of challenging materialism or consumeristic mindsets. Oh, yeah, I do. I did like Aphrodite, but I'm really uncomfortable with any tarot card readers who bring in actual like true crime cases. I'm really uncomfortable with that. And if you want to know more about that, a podcast I'd recommend is Oh No, Ross and Carrie. But I really like recently B. Lucille. She did a bunch of readings around like Dramageddon 3, Carmageddon that were fun. So sometimes I'll watch some of that just for funsies. Well, see, that's the thing you find out about all of these crazy people and their crazy lives through the drama channels. Yes. There's also Murder She Podcasted, I think. Or Podcast She Wrote. I forget. There was a podcast that was pretty good about Murder She Wrote for a while. Oh, okay. Costume CEO. Oh, yeah, we'll get to the costuming stuff here in a minute. Oh my gosh, that sounds so pure. I need that. Oh, that sounds like a delight. Okay, I like charming. Oh my gosh, she has 1.5 million subscribers. Okay. You got this. That's great. Eco. Okay, yeah, that I can probably get into. So, okay, speaking of fast fashion, nobody hold me to this, please. But I've been watching so much costume YouTube recently that I've started thinking maybe I'm gonna try making some of my own clothes. I don't know. My aunt is like a legit seamstress, like a legit sewer, so I think she could probably like teach me some of this. I don't know. Because like I feel so bad about fast fashion. I will say though, people talk about throwing away fast fashion. Like, this is a t-shirt from Old Navy that I have had since I was literally 18 years old. Like, I wear my cheap fashion for years. So I don't feel like I'm going through a lot of it, but I do feel bad about it, and I don't want to perpetuate it. Oh my gosh, you are welcome. Join the club. Yeah. Yes, there is a murder. I don't know if it's still going. I was listening to it a couple years ago. I should check back in with them. Yes, CosTube. I've been getting very into it recently. TysyTube Restoration. Oh my gosh, that's so charming. You guys are just like giving me recommendations of adorable sounding human beings. That sounds wonderful. I really enjoy anything. Like I enjoy people who are really geeky about whatever it is they love. I mean, hello, I'm a booktuber. Of course I enjoy that. But that's part of why I like CosTube. I think I would probably love me some toy restoration YouTube. Like these all sound like things that I would be really delighted by. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm dipping my toe back in. So I used to like crochet and knit a little bit and a little bit of cross stitching. So I've been doing this while listening to audiobooks recently, and I'm remembering how much I enjoy it. It's just very relaxing. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. We'll see. When I get into a hobby, I go like whole hog. So I'm worried about committing to it, but thank you, Ursula. Yes, that's right. I already bought it, so it's trying to wear it till it dies. And then I like cut it up for rags and use that for like cleaning stuff. So I try really hard not to be too wasteful. Yes. Oh my gosh. If only, but yes. Oh, thank you, Victoria. Yes, there's nothing better than like when you find a channel you like and just doing the full binge. It's so delightful. I know, that's the thing. I've never made clothes, but like I said, I mean, like I'm used to some of the like sewing arts, and it makes me feel like I could do it and it would be fun. And I started following the history bounding hashtag on Instagram, and I really want to make an old-timey bra. Like it's somewhere between like stays and what we would think of as a bra. I see it on history bounding Instagram all the time, and I'm like, I want that. It looks really comfortable. Yeah, I've been finding it very soothing. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on yeah, like H&M. I mean, this is a sweater from H&M I've had for like 5 years. I wear it out. But I'm not sure exactly. Like, I think it's just like cheap commercial fashion is kind of what I think of as fast fashion. I don't know. Yes, I've been playing Sudoku a lot while listening to audiobooks, but I was getting kind of bored of that. So this has been a nice change of pace. It is. Yeah, it's very soothing. It's relaxing. My cats are fascinated by it. They just sit and stare at me, dragging the string back and forth. Yes, there are channels. We're going to get there. Okay. Good to know. Crafty Gemini. I'm also thinking this would be a fun bonding project for me and my aunt because I love her and I would like to spend more time with her, and this would give us like a real excuse to do that more purposefully via the internet, but you know. Frock flicks, okay. Oh my gosh, you're just giving me adorable humans to just love, I'm sure. Okay. On this day in Tudor history. Okay. We are going to get to history. Okay, next is fashion and costuming and then history. So let's go for it. So fashion and costuming, obviously the like grande dame of this genre is Bernadette Banner. You've probably seen her videos recommended to you on like corseting or like historically accurate Halloween costumes or things like that. She's so soothing. She has a delightful accent. And she makes me feel like maybe I could just like make my own coats and stuff. So she's wonderful. Abby Cox, I like her stuff. I really I like her ones that are more, she does a lot of like historical garment unboxings, and that's not as much my thing, but I like all of her other content, if that makes sense. And then, okay, we'll finish up the costuming one. So I'm not sure I'm going to say this name correctly. I'm going to give it my best shot. Karolina Zebrowska is a Polish YouTuber who does a lot of sort of like critiquing the historical accuracy of costuming, which she's very kind of like dry and snarky about it. And I enjoy that. She also makes some of her own stuff, which is fun. And then recently I've been watching Rachel Makeski, and I think she has a really fun energy for like costume. So she's fun. And then I guess, you know, probably the closest thing to a lifestyle person I follow is Sierra Schultze, but I put her in the fashion category. I really like her. I think she does a lot of really good stuff with like body positivity. I think she does a great job of, recently I was watching a video from her where she was highlighting sustainable indie brands, which I thought was really cool and gave me a couple of folks to check out. So I really, really like Sierra Schultze a lot. And then Haute La Mode, I think his tagline is fashion, if you want a channel that talks about fashion in the most fabulous and bitchy way possible, which is that's what it is. I really like him critiquing people's closet tours. I enjoy his takes on Say Yes to the Dress reactions. Those are fun. He's just a lot of fun. I like him a lot. Hannah Lee Dugan has really good informal sewing tutorials. Okay, good to know. Yay! Oh, I hope you enjoy And Then There Were None. Yes, she's very fun. She's so fabulous too. She's beautiful. I don't know that I've watched a lot of her skip videos, but I really like her critiques. Oh, Oi to Brazil. Yes, she is very relatable. Yeah, she's just very down to earth. I really like her. I haven't really seen much from her husband, so I don't know. Yeah, I kind of feel that way too. I see that. She's very high energy. Not Your Mama's History. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with some of these recommendations so I don't forget. Okay. Your Mom's History. Frock looks because they always give snark about period film. Oh my gosh, yes, I love that. I do get annoyed, and it depends on how serious they're taking it. I do get annoyed when people talk about historical accuracy. This is why we're going to have a rant about this at some point. But if it's in the right spirit, I can get into it. Costume for, okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm subscribing to a lot of these. I'll go back and get into it deeper. Evelyn Wood. Oh, that's a very fancy sounding name. Oh, she has a fabulous little hat. I feel like I recognize her. Do I know her from someplace? I don't know. Okay. Okay, so those are the costuming and fashion ones. Okay, I only had 4 for history that I felt good about recommending because I do watch a lot of history YouTube, but a lot of them I feel like they have a couple of good videos, but I don't feel like the channel as a whole I want to recommend. But 4 that I did, one is on movie history, and that is Be Kind Rewind. I think she makes fantastic videos, and her kind of focus is she'll pick a Best Actress Oscar nominee lineup for a year, and she'll talk about the woman who won, but then she'll also kind of talk about how that win represents that era of movie making and like why that person won versus the other people. It's very interesting. A recommendation that Alexa Donne prompted me to actually click on because it had gotten recommended to me a bunch, but I saw that she said she liked this, was Defunct Land. And it's a history of defunct amusement park rides, just so specific, but so interesting. There was one about Action Park, which like was the stuff of nightmares. So that was really interesting. Lindsay Holiday does some of the best sort of just like fancy people of history kind of content on YouTube, I think. And she finds, I think, relevant topics for current events to do history topics on, but then she also, I think, does a good job of trying to like go back and talk a little bit more about like inclusivity in history. Like she's had a series of really good videos about like queer European royals that I thought was really good. So yeah. And then useful charts. I love. If you are looking for some historical ASMR to help you go to sleep, may I commend for your delectation, useful charts. He makes like useful charts. He makes different historical related charts of like family trees or eras of history or whatever. And he like goes through and like tells the story of history by telling you the family tree. I don't know why it's so compelling, but like, I love it. I can't stop. I love it so much. He's one of my favorites, and I do fall asleep to him a lot. So if you're looking for something very chill, it's a good vibe. Oh, I didn't know that. Huh, okay. Well, I'll have to put that on my list. Yes, there's a Google Doc in the description box. So, yeah, I think she makes really good video essays. Yes, what Anne-Marie said. I think that there is. I don't know if I'd want to see a full documentary because honestly, this Defunct Land video was like enough to scar me for life. But please go watch that because I just don't see how this was legal. I don't know. Yeah, there's actually like a whole genre of YouTube about like roller coasters that I also like pretty well. I don't know. Well, good. I'm glad I'm giving you more. See, I feel like in quarantine, we gotta like, I know I need more content to consume. So hopefully this is helping mix it up. Yes, no, he's so great. And he also has a podcast that's pretty entertaining too. So, okay, we're rounding the bin, guys. I've got a few in movie, TV, and music reviews. So, a couple of movie reviewers I really like are Black Nerd Comedy. His review of Cats was amazing. And then I like Chris Stuckman quite a bit. He shares my love for the Temple of Doom, and I felt so alone in my love for the Temple of Doom. So for that, I will just, you know, forever be grateful to him for making me feel less like I'm alone in the dark with that. Oh, hey, Shoshana. Hey, that's fine. That sounds like a perfectly good subscription feed. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed he's alive and has all of his limbs. Oh, I know. But, you know, she left the videos up, so I go back and rewatch. Yeah. Townsend is fun. Oh, okay. Mostly cooking and farming skills. I think YouTube has made me just appreciate how many more skills so many people have than I do. I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, I could never, I don't know. Some of these ones where they're like doing art or doing a craft or whatever, I'm like, I just don't know that I could ever be that good at this, but it's impressive. Okay, Dominic Noble, Dom, he used to be the Dom. I really like his movie. He has like movie, book, and TV reviews. And something I really appreciate about him is that I think he is one of the only male reviewers on YouTube who is consistently reviewing media focused on women in a way that I think is not misogynistic. Like, I really appreciate that it's clear he takes care to think through why things are being aimed at female audiences a certain way. And I appreciate that he doesn't just like write it off as like dumb girly stuff. So I really like his stuff a lot. Folding ideas, he could have gone in the culture commentary probably, but I really think of him as more of a movie reviewer, like a movie video essayist, I think. Oh yeah, Nick DeRamo, we mentioned him earlier. I've been getting into him recently. Okay, movie bitches, I absolutely love. I especially love the RuPaul recaps. I really enjoy all of their content. Well, that's not true. I like their movie content for older movies, and I love their RuPaul recaps. And then for the RuPaul's Drag Race official, this is just a little run of RuPaul. The RuPaul Drag Race official channel, I mostly enjoy the pit stop. I enjoy those recaps with the queens. Bob was a particularly good hostess, I think, for season 12 and All Stars 5. But I like that. And then I do like the Miss Mojo. I like Miss Mojo in general, but I really like their Drag Race recaps. I think they're fun. And then Pushing Up Roses, who's already come up a few times, she has great reviews of kind of like nostalgic mystery media. So like she'll do like Murder, She Wrote recaps or Goosebumps recaps or things like that. So I like her a lot. Patrick H. William. Okay. Okay. Wabi Sabi. Oh my gosh, Nova Scotia. That's where my grandma was from. Yeah, I do really, that was his original thing, was that he would review book to film adaptation. So he would read the book and then and do a comparison with the movie. I think his trio of movies on the 50 Shades trilogy, I think, are really good. He had really good ones on The Hobbit. Yeah, just all around. I really liked Dom a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah, Every Frame a Painting was great, but I don't think that they're making stuff anymore. Am I wrong? Jarvis Johnson I do like as well. I've been getting more into him recently, so I didn't include him on this list because I don't feel like I've done the full path with him yet, but Dylan is in trouble. Oh yeah. Yep. I'm a little wary of bad movie criticism because I feel like CinemaSins kind of sent that whole genre in a not great direction. But when it's done well, I enjoy it. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, well, I'll watch her. Okay, and then one final small category is animals. So for cats, I really love Kitten Lady. She's great. And Flatbush cats. Those are my two favorites because I really like the rescue part. I think that's really interesting. And then there's an entire TV show that is on YouTube called It's Me or the Dog. And it is so delightful. It's a British lady who's it's like Super Nanny, but for dog training. And instead of getting to feel superior about how other people are terrible at raising their children and how you would do a better job, you get to feel superior to people who are terrible at training their dogs and how you would do a better job of it. So that is a great show. And I love that whole channel. Dylan usually kind of likes. Oh, okay. Well, I can get more into that. I'm going to film a video this weekend called Bad Books That I Kind of Like. So I appreciate people who can like bad things. Okay, yeah, that's what I like. I like people who can just take things for what they are. Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out and decide what I think. Yeah, Beyond the Trailer is another one that I can't tell if she's actually like if she's sort of in that same bucket as CinemaSins. But I haven't watched her stuff in a really long time, so I'll give her a go. Oh, Life with Malamutes. Yeah, I don't get so much into like animal channels that it's like one animal or one family with their animal. It tends to be more, I like rescues or like overall, like a new animal every week kind of a thing. My cats already have a problem with like trying to pounce on the TV. So I'm a little worried about putting cat TV on for them because I'm afraid they would just topple the TV over. It's cute until they almost knock the TV over. Especially on useful charts, he always has his mouse that he uses to like take you through the family tree, and they are fixated on the mouse. Like if they see it, they just want to, yeah. I like Maggie Mae Fish. She's another one that I don't feel like I've watched enough that I could include her on the list, but yeah, I've liked what I've seen from her. Okay, I like that. Okay, can I just tell you, I am a sucker for any kind of commentary track. I'm a sucker for anything where like they're explaining the production side of something. I love knowing the business side of media in general. So that would probably be something I would enjoy. Yeah, me too. I follow individual pets on Instagram, but on YouTube, I want like more of a pet of the week kind of format. I do love cute cats. Never too late. Though saying that, I am through my list now. So I think that probably close to the end of the party. How about that? Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I would like that. Okay, I'll give her a try. Yes, it will be on replay. I do have a Google Doc up with all of my list here. I probably should make. Let me do something real quick here. Okay, I'll figure that out here in a second. Okay. I'm not sure if I've seen that. If it's what I think it is, probably not, but I don't know. I haven't watched it, so I don't want to commit too firmly to an opinion. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, okay. I like that. Okay. I'm so impressed with people who can do that stuff. Yeah. So those are my picks for some of my favorite non-BookTube YouTubers. Like I said, I've been looking for a lot more of them in lockdown because, there is no outside world anymore. There's only me, my cats, and my screens. So I'm always looking for more content. So I thought other people might be interested in trying to get some more, or some new, I guess, people into their feed. I don't know that a ton of these were super revolutionary recommendations, but I hope maybe you found somebody that you would enjoy. And I definitely enjoyed getting some recommendations from you guys. I tend to subscribe and then I'll go and like start watching some videos, and if I don't like it, I'll unsubscribe, but I will enjoy getting to know some new people here. Crash Course. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of lifestyle. Enjoy. Oh. It kind of reminds me of, does anybody remember the show The Supersizers Go? I love that show. Seems like that might be this kind of same vibe. Yeah. Yeah, I scratched that itch with several of my favorite commentary videos shredding the second Fantastic Beasts movie. So, very good. Yes, good job, chat. We came up with a lot of good recommendations. Okay, good to know. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, I used to watch more of that. I just don't anymore. I don't know. I'm a commentary kind of gal these days for the most part. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, maybe I'll try that. Yeah, I remember trying to get into Sabrina and then not liking her, but it's been a while. I don't remember why. Maybe I need to go back and try her again. Well, it is the apocalypse, so why not? That sounds like an appropriate topic. Oh, okay, guys. Well, I appreciate all the recommendations. I hope you guys enjoyed crowdsourcing some of these recommendations. And yeah, I enjoyed coming up with this list. So you guys can find that in the description box. I need to try to figure out the permissions a little bit better here. But yeah, you guys can check that out there. Let's see here. Yeah, it was. I'm just dipping my toes into true crime. So I don't have a lot of recommendations I feel strongly about giving, but yeah, getting into it. Okay, we've got some more recommendations. Chris Fleming for Oddball Comedy. Yeah. Okay, guys, I have to do a couple of chores before I go to bed, so I think I'm gonna dip. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. As far as I know, yeah, we should be having live stream again next week. So I don't know what the topic is yet, but we'll figure it out. I hope you guys have a really wonderful week, and I will catch you next time.